Welcome to the small kitchen of glory. I'm going to make some goulash. I have everything cut up already because, well, that gets tedious watching me cut up everything. What do we have? Onions. Cut up onions. That was a mistake. Cut up garlic. We have 2 small onions or 1 big one. Or a medium and a small. That's what I went with. There's 6-ish garlic cloves in this little bowl. All sliced up into beauty. We have some green peppers. Again, all sliced up into beauty. Just a whole green pepper. And then the key of the goulash. I'm going to get these mixed up. We have Cento all-purpose crushed tomatoes. Only by Cento. F your mother if it's something else. 2 cans of 8-ounce tomato sauce. This one's dented because I stepped on it. Yep, that happened. And we have a tomato paste. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I assume my tablespoon will fit in there. We'll find out. Let's get that off to the side. Okay, this is the fun part. All the seasonings. We have rosemary, leaves. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of that, probably. What's this? This is how you tell. That's a basil. A tablespoon of basil. What do we have here? Oregano. A tablespoon of oregano. And then some unknown amounts of everything else, which I will say later. Thyme. Teaspoon of thyme? That sounds right. We'll play it by ear. We got black pepper. We're going to put some of that in there. We got some Cajun seasoning. Just a little sprinkle of that. We got garlic powder. Probably use, yep, that's garlic powder. A teaspoon of that. More garlic, more better. That is science. And we have paprika and smoked paprika. A teaspoon of each of these. I don't know which one's which. Figure it out for yourself. Okay, that's all the main seasonings. But then we have, well, we have Parmesan cheese in the sink where it belongs. We have chicken tomato bullion. Works perfect for this. A little bit of brown sugar and kitchen sink Parmesan cheese. That's where you keep it. Is that everything? That's not everything. A half a cup of heavy whipping cream. My counter is full of this. How is this all going to fit in a pan? And 2 tablespoons of shuckleberries. Butter. Now it's garlic butter. All right. Oh, and a pound of burger. That's in the fridge. Whew. We're going to put all this in a pot and make goulash, allegedly. This is future me coming in to tell past me also macaroni. You need macaroni. Some sort of noodle for goulash. We're using macaroni today. And back to past me. We have a pan here on the medium, waiting for it to heat up. And we're going to put some olive oil in there, extra virgin. Extra virgin. That's the good stuff, or so I've been told. I'm going to turn this actually on medium, it's on high. Also, because I typically forget to say, make sure to like-o and subscribe-o. Do the video, and you'll be able to keep up with me on my cooking adventures. Ooh, that's nice and hot. That's nice and hot. There might have been a little bit of water in the pan. YOLO. Now I'm going to dump all my vegetables in here. Now the proper way to do this is that, nope, it's not still in there. You dump them in and go bam. Scrape it out with your hands, like a man. That's a mistake. Onions. Green peppers. Bam. And cute little, that's not garlic, that's a 1 cup measuring cup. Garlics. Bam. Get all of them out. We're going to keep this on medium. We're going to give these a little stir to make them become friends with one another. We're going to let these just soften up a little bit in a pan. By the way, I should also say this is Sarah's goulash. And I made her tell me how to cook it. And now I'm cooking it. So if it doesn't work, we are going to blame Sarah. There we go. They're starting to cool down as they all suck up some of the heat from that oil in the pan. We're just going to let these sit for a little bit. I don't know. I say 5 minutes with the lid. So what Sarah told me to do is to get all my seasonings into a bowl. So we're going to do our teaspoon of rosemary-ish. Oh, you know what? These teaspoons have 2 sides. One side's for scooping out seasonings. Oh, and getting it all over the cutting board. You know what? YOLO. There's my teaspoon of rosemary. we want a teaspoon of the garlic powder. Doesn't have to be exact, but more garlic, more better. I heard that somewhere. It was actually me just a few minutes ago. What are you? Oregano. Probably. Will a tablespoon fit in there? Only way to find out. It does. That's like magic. These spoons are so incredible. Tablespoon of oregano. Now you might be thinking, that's a lot of seasonings. And you're right. But it's also delicious flavor. That's not what I want yet. We want the basil. Basil smells like licorice. Just like that. Tablespoon of the basil. Oh. Boop. Oh yeah, that's looking delicious. Like a delicious bowl of vegan snack. I don't know what vegans eat, I just assume they eat leaves and stuff. We want a teaspoon of thyme. A little bit more. Very similar to oregano. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's just the name. I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments. What are you? You smell paprika-y. But either way, it's a teaspoon of the paprika-y smelling stuff. Oop. God, smoked paprika smells so... Oh God, we need more smoked paprika. We're gonna do a double scoop just to fill it out. All right, add this to the shopping list. It might be a little bit extra. It's science. I think that's all the goods, you know. And then you mix it up with your finger like a man. What I pretty much did was just made my own Italian seasoning. That's really all this is. Now, one of the things Sarah said to do. Oh, my timer's going off. Crap. Crap. Shut up, watch. I'm enjoying mixing my vegan dinner. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Oh, steam bad. They feel kind of softish. Now what we're going to do into this concoction is throw in our burger, break it up, and just let it do its thing in there. It's kind of soupy. It'll be okay, it's science. All right, so we have a pound of burger here. Beautiful, local burger. This stuff is so good. We're just going to pop it with this. It actually worked out pretty good. We're just going to break up the burger with the spatula. We're not going to drain this. More fat, more better. That's why there's butter, heavy whipping cream, and also a whole bunch of burger fat and olive oil. You want flavor? I'll tell you what, this thing will knock your socks off. Knock your wanker in the dirt. I think that's the proper way of saying that. We're not going to lid this. That sounds fancy when I say it like that. We're not going to lid it. What I am going to do is poke it, just see how broken up we are. Looking good. Right, there's a piece that could use a little bit of... Alright. We're just going to let this brown up. It's not going to brown up that good because there's a lot of steam coming off the veggies, but we're going to let it do the cooking. So I have a timer set for 5 minutes. We're just going to let this continue to sizzle and do magical cookie things in the pot. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. This smells good. That smells... Oh, that's like aromatherapy right there. The only thing I'm going to do real quick is the whole center donut hole. That way it cooks on the edges and it gives it an extra pathway for steam to escape from. We're at 5 minutes. I'm just giving this a little stir. And you can already tell the meat is firming up nicely. Just moving it around some. And we're going to get some seasonings in here. Poke. Yep. Looking good. Grab some of this with my hands, like a man, and sprinkle it on in there. About half of it. I'm going to put half. Oh my. The aroma that hits your nostrils when that happens. Sweet baby Jesus. We're going to mix this in. We want some of this seasonings to release into the fat of the olive oil and the burger, because a lot of these seasonings are not water soluble, they're fat soluble, oil soluble, so so they'll release more flavor into the oil. And we're going to let this cook for a couple more minutes. Then we're going to start dumping in our canned goods. So delicious. Oh, so delicious. We give this about another 2 or 3 minutes. Just let those absorb some. The meat's feeling good with the spatula. Oh, everything's just turned out so beautiful. A pan full of deliciousness. Now, we're going. Oh, now the alarm's actually going off. How about we play a game called Shut Up Alarm? I was told 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Oh, jeez, that's very pasty. This is. Get out of there. Oh no, it's stuck to my finger. Oh no, it's a disaster. This is like peanut butter. It's like tomato peanut butter. I don't like. We're going to turn this down a smidge. I don't like what's happening with my life. I don't like it at all. Oh, that's a kind of a tablespoonish. Got it. Definitely. Yeah. Alright. Uno mas. Oh, Jesus. That's, tablespoon is a rough estimation. You just do you. Whatever. So, we're going to get rid of this. Scrape down the edges. And get that tomato paste mixed in a little bit. We're going to dump in 1 tomato sauce. I'm going to save these cans because I'm going to use these for water later. Since they are 8-ounce tomato sauce, it's going to take about 5 cups of water. Probably not this one, but it'll also rinse out what's left in there. All right. Slowly pour in the cento crushed, the heart of the mixture. And we're going to find the spatula. It's in the pan. I am very much allegedly blind. All right. Mix all this up. Is my pan's a little cattywampus. That's a word, right? Sounds fun to say. Cattywampus pan. There we go. And just make this full of deliciousness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just let these all become friends. Now, what I'm going to do is use this handy dandy cup and get 5 tomato cans of water. That's an official measurement. The tomato can. 1 tomato can. 2 tomato can. Ha ha ha. 3 tomato can. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna use the other one now, just so I get all the tomato out of it. 4 tomato can. Ha ha ha. Now I'm going to put a tomato can into the cento can to get the tomatoes out of there. Swirl this around. Get as much as we can. Boop. Now, the macaroni is going to absorb most of this water, and that's why we're putting it in there, or whatever pasta you use. It's all going to get absorbed by the macaroni, and it'll be delicious. If I mention delicious. Once we get this mixed in, we're going to dump in the rest of our seasonings, and let them bloom. Is that what you call it? Bloom. Hell with it. Let's do it right now like a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle all the seasoning. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle all the seasoning. You should sing that song when you do it. It does help. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle all the seasoning. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. We gotta get some bullion in here now. I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of bullion. That way it's not just plain water. It's just like I just added stock to add flavor. Uno tablespoon bullion. Dos tablespoon bullion. And tres tablespoon bullion. Mix this beautiful salty goodness in here. Just gently mix them. I already forgot I was going to need the tablespoon for the sugar. Instead, we're just going to grab this. That looks like a tablespoon. Put a little bit of sugar in there. Counteract some of this tomato. I think it's 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. That looks pretty good. Now I'm covered in sugar. That's cool. Get the sugar mixed in. And now, oh man, this smells like Sarah's goulash. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. We're just gonna let this come up to a simmer. We're gonna let it simmer for a little bit. Then we'll dump in our pasta, a little bit of butter to make sure none of the pasta sticks, and add that delicious buttery flavor. And then when that's almost done, we'll dump in a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, because that makes everything taste good, and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Pretty easy, eh? But there's a lot of things that can go wrong between now and then, so fingers crossed. that it all works. I almost forgot we need some sprinkles. Is this on the right setting? Made that mistake before. Sprinkles of Cajun seasoning. And then put some pepper all up on the top. And then we'll mix this in. I grind the pepper until I smell it. And then I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I forgot. I put my spatula in my handy dandy tomato can. That was hard to say. We got this on just below medium. I don't know why I'm whispering. But now we have everything in here. All the flavors. Now we just need to let magic happen in the pot. Pot magic. Just waiting for pot magic to happen. When it starts simmering, we're gonna adjust the temperature to keep it at the simmer, and then plow forward with extreme confidence. Now what we have here is some simmering sauce. Also, I called it audible after a powwow with Sarah, who's the goulash queen master. We're going with penne instead of macaroni, or as I call it, because I grew up white trash, them little tubey pointy pastas. We're going to do 4 cups of these. Should be the same as macaroni. Just going to give this a stir and see how long it takes to simmer again, because it's going to cool down when we put the pasta in. We're going to bring it back up to a simmer and just let it simmer the pastas away. Slow, slow, slow little simmer with the lid on. And just let it cook it. We got a 1 cupper. A uno cupper. We're going to do 4 of these. You know, it's like trying to put Legos in a cup. You know what? YOLO. Uno. Dos. Great. I've destroyed the box, but I got 4. We're going to mix these in. Into, it is a goulash. Then we're going to throw in some butar to make it all delicious. And make sure it doesn't stick. Get the butar. I got the butar. It's all cut up into little cubes, so it melts more evenly. That's my master plan. I don't know if it'll work. Ah, where do I put you? I swear there were both up there. Well, now there's one. All right, mixing the butar and the noodles. Now these noodles are going to swell up and absorb all that water we put in. Might need more water. You only know when you know. So when I know, you'll know. And then we'll all know. And it'll be a big knowing festival of knowingness. We have a very slight simmer here. We're just a shy above low. So what I'm going to do, we're going to tap, 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 or doodle that. We're going to put this over here and probably make a mess. Don't tell anyone. We're going to get El Lido, and we're going to lid it. We're going to let this cook for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes on the low, on the very low. I can still hear it bubbling in there, so I'm turning it down more. There we go. I feel happy. Then we have goodness in here. Delicious goodness. Almost done. Okay. So we've got a new spoon for stirring, so that it's become more goulashy. And our pasta is about al dente now. We'll be going for 15 minutes. So we're going to put in the Parmesan. My Parmesan doesn't fit a quarter cup, so we're just going to pour some into the quarter cup, and if a little bit spills over, that's just all the better. I'm running out of spaces to put all my stuff. So we're going to sprinkle the parm on top. Beautiful. We're going to give it the old mix or doodle. Just like so. I'm actually going to turn this up just a smidge because we don't have the lid on anymore. I want to let steam boil off. And this will thicken up as it cools down, so it's win-win. But personally, I like my goulash a little soupy. A little soupy. I think it makes it better. We got our Parmesan mixed in. I have a cream that has magically appeared in my hand. We're going to do a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. That's just pure, unadulterated flavor. Mix the cream in with the Parmesan. Oh man, that's gonna make it so good. Then we're gonna let this simmer for a few more minutes and remove the al dente from the penne, sharp tubey pastas. And then we're gonna cover this with mozzarella, let it melt and cool down, and then we're gonna eat it. It's gonna be so good. So what we got here is some nice bubbling. Cooked it for about another 5-7 minutes. I did a little taste test of the pasta. It is good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that off. We're going to, I don't have a place to put this, do I? I have a bowl. We're gonna grab this bowl, put the spoon in the bowl. Put the spoon over there and pretend it's gonna work. And now we're gonna grab mozzarella. Aggressive amounts of mozzarella. What we're gonna do is just sprinkle it all over the top so it gets melty. While this cools down, this is gonna, for one, become a delicious melted mozzarella topper of glory. And it's also gonna seal all the heat in to finish cooking the penne or sharp tubey pastas. And then, after this cools down for a few minutes, oh, it's gonna be so good. And we're gonna eat it. Dinner time. I have to do that every time now. We have beautiful mozzarella covered goulash. It hasn't really cooled down yet, but oh, that's actually nice and firm. Oh, that's nice and firm. Daddy likes it firm. Oh, that probably didn't all go in the bowl. I'm really hungry. Did I mention that? Oh yeah, that's an I'm really hungry amount. Oh, we need more Parmesan. Important thing about Parmesan, never use the communist side. Use the capitalist side. The big, open mouth. America. I'm very excited. I hope this turned out. I hope it's better than Sarah's. It's probably going to get on my camera. It's probably going to burn my face off. Oh, burn my face off. Burn my face off. But it's so good. It's actually so good. It's so good. So hot though. All right. I'm gonna go perform first aid on my mouth by sucking on an ice cube. Man, this is good goulash. Someone else should make this. That is really good. You know, oh, the mozzarella. Oh, that burnt my throat. I swallowed it too soon. All right, like, subscribe. No smoke in the kitchen. Just smoke in the kitchen this time. And y'all beautiful. Ta-ta.